she is my friend. Sahibati, like the one that we learned today, right? Here, sahibati. If a sister is saying to another sister that she is my friend, here, sahibati. And how do you say for brother Harun, for example, he is my friend?
Huwa sahibat. Huwa sahibi.
Yes, sahibi. Sahibi. Very good.
Yeah, someone says sahibat, he's gonna punch me.
No. Yes, this is the same word huwa, but al because of the word hay. The word hay, it has al, definite article. That's why when we combine, they run together and we say huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Otherwise, huwa is separate word, al-hayyu is separate word. And we will learn about this al and how to pronounce it. That is called hamzatul wasl. For hamza that we use, a sound al, that's hamzatul wasl. It's easily dropped. When it's combined with the previous letter, it is dropped. So we say huwa only. Okay. Now the next word is ismuhu.
Ismuhu.
Now you remember ismi, my name, ismuhu, his name. So over there, me, e means my, and who means his. So they are called attached pronouns. Attached. Damir muttasil. Okay, attached pronoun. Ismuhu, his name.
It's possessive. Possessive.
Yes, also possessive noun. Yes. Ismuha,
Ismuha.
her name. Yes. So who for him or his, ha is for her.
Why it's not ismuhu?
Because the original pronoun in Arabic for she is her for ha. Ha. So that's why ismuha.
Ismuha. Her name.
So now we learned three possessive pronouns: ismi, my, who, his, and her, her. How do you say hunter? His house. You know the word house in Arabic, right?
Beituhu.
Bait,
Beituhu.
who,
Who.
right? Like ismu,
Beitha.
baituhu.
Beitaha. Beitha.
No, you will not say ismuhu. I am just giving you the example of ismuhu. Like ismuhu means his name. So baituhu will mean his house. Yes, kitabuhu, his book. Very good. Baituha, her house. Okay. Talib, the word talib, student, but male. For male say talib. For female you say talibah.
Is it the same as like Muslima?
Yes, very good. Muslim and Muslima. And you are asking about Brother Babar Khan, Amriki and Amrikiyah. Okay. Remember that the whole discussion inshallah is coming, but this ta marbuta that you say in the word talibah, this ta, it is a feminine marker. Feminine marker. Not all Arabic words, but most of Arabic words, then they are ending on this ta marbuta. You need to realize that this is a feminine word.
But even in these Arabic numbers, like they have khamsa,
Yeah, sitta, saba. Yeah, okay. Okay, actually there are two types of pronunciation of the numbers. It depends on the noun. What are you trying to say? 5 men or 5 women? Okay. So we will learn later on that there is a rule of agreement. If it is you want to say 5 men, so you will bring the number feminine for the word that is male word. You will say khamsatu rijal. Khamsatu rijal for men. And for feminine it will be just the opposite. Then you will bring number masculine and the noun is feminine. So then you will say khamsu. You will remove ta marbuta. For khamsu nisa.
confusion.
Yes. It is in the beginning it is a confusion, but inshallah by practice you will learn that you will bring feminine number for male noun and male number for feminine noun.
Masculine.
Yes. Yes, sab'a sumbula. Now,
So, for his name, like if I have to ask for somebody else, so I said, Ma ismuhu, what is his name? Or how do we say that?
if you are asking about the third
Somebody,
person,
third person.
yes, like in English you say what is his name,
What is his name?
then you say ma ismu.
Nice.
Very good. But if you are asking to the second person what is your name, how do you say it?
Smuka.
Ismuka.
Ma ismuka.
Ma ismuka.
Okay, and for female ma ismuki. Yes. So yeah, this is another one that we already learned, ismuka and ismuki, right? So we now know how to say my name, your name, his name and her name. Okay. So then talib and taliba, male student, female student. Then two more words, ustad
Ustad.
for male teacher and ustada for female teacher. And you can make so many words like that. For example, if you say a doctor, your medical doctor, if it's a male, you how do you say in Arabic? Tabib.
Tabi.
Tabib. And for female,
Tabiba.
yes, tabiba. Duktur,
Doktora.
for male is duktur, female duktura. You will add ta marbuta. Okay, so ustad and ustada. And the last word is jamia. So jamia is
University.
university.
Jamia.
Now we will learn also about ta marbuta in the word jamia. If you are stopping, jamia is the last word in your sentence, you can say jamia. Okay, but if the word jamia is in the middle of the sentence and it will come with the relation that is called idafa relation, like when I say jamia means university, University of Texas, or Jamiat Azhar, University of Azhar, then you will say Jamiat.
Jamiat.
You will not pronounce Jamia, then you say Jamiat. You need to pronounce ta, that is in the end, ta marbuta, you need to pronounce as letter ta. Jamiat Azhar, Jamiat Texas, Jamiat Colorado, for example.
Right like the ta marbuta.
You will write it with ta marbuta, but also you pronounce this ta.
But when it's a sukun,
Then
So-
this ta becomes ha.
ha.
Then you say Jamia.
Jamia.
Okay. So this is a very good hint that you will see in the next exercise, making sentences. That's I am emphasizing today that how to make sentences. You will see in your DVD with the book, you go to scene number 4A and 4B. In 4A and 4B there is a dialogue. So how to listen to these dialogues and then how to make sentences like that. So there are 3 steps always. Whenever you watch any Arabic conversation, so do it in 3 steps. Okay. What is number 1? First listen. So it will be 3 listenings. 3 times you listen same thing. So in the first listen, you need to understand what is the situation. Do these people know each other? What are they doing? Do not focus on what they are saying. Just try to get familiar with the environment. What is going on? What is the situation? Because so many things we understand by looking at the expression of the face and by the environment. So just look at those people, those who are talking, that are they looking stranger to each other, or they know each other, on what is going on. So that is the background. Again listen second time. In second listening, what new and old expressions do you recognize? Okay. Now pay attention to the words and try to identify those words that you already know. Is there any expression, any word I already know? Like the word ism. Okay. If someone is asking what is your name, so if he is saying ismuk, ismi, then you know this expression. What is a new word that you are listening first time? Right? So in second lesson, this is the second step that try to identify new expression and the old expression. And the third one, third lesson, before listening, focus your attention to the parts you want to understand better. What do you want to learn this time? So in the second listening, you already identified the old words, so you know them. Now in third listening, your focus will be more on the new vocabulary, new words. Make your goal, I have to learn this word or this expression because this is the first time I am listening. So if you follow these three steps, inshallah understanding will be easier. Now go to the next page, Qallibul Warq. Okay. On this page, it talks about al-thaqafa. Learn this Arabic word, thaqafa.
Thaqafa.
Thaqafa means
Tradition.
culture. Okay, culture.
It is so amazing that most of the words are in Urdu.
Yes, in Urdu,
Thaqafa,
thaqafa.
if we concentrate thaqafa from
Naam. It's very commonly used in Urdu, thaqafa. Okay. Now, the Arabic culture is that if you are introducing someone, that someone is with you, for example, is brother Harun with me, and I want to introduce him, in English I say, this is Mr. Harun, my friend, or my student, right? So I will say, this is. In Arabic, we do not say, this is. How do we introduce the people? Just say the name of that person, then tell your relationship with him. Harun Talibi, Harun Sahibi, not Hada Harun. Okay? So this is Arabic Saqafa or Arabic culture. Got it? Yes. Sister Humara, you want to read this about culture?
just culture introducing someone. In English, we often use the phrase "this is" to introduce people, as in "this is my friend Tom" or "this is my sister Zaidina." In Arabic, however, we usually avoid using "this is" to refer to people. To introduce someone, just say the person's name and her or his relationship to you, as you heard in scenes 4A and 4B.
Yes. So inshallah, when you listen and watch scene 4 and 4B, you will see this format, that people, one friend is, introducing the other friend in this way, without using hada. Okay. Now, as I told you, your homework is write 5 sentences, right? And use the new vocabulary words, but you are allowed to use some words from the old vocabulary as well. Do not bring the new words out of the context or out of the the vocabulary that you learned. So you are allowed to use from page number 15. First vocabulary we learn on that, then we learn on page number 41 and 42, then we learn on page number 60, 61 and 62. So you can use words from there. Okay? But make 5 sentences and try to use new word that we learned today, tafaddal or sahibi, sahibati, ismuhu, ismuha, talib, ustaz, jamia, all that. So they have given you an example here. This is Arabic sentence, but it's written in English. This is, by the way, an Egyptian, dialect. Who wants to read this Egyptian dialect? Raise your hand. Okay. Yes, Hunter. Example, that says example, bold letters. Sahbi. Yes. All of you say it's Egyptian. Sahbi, Kori. Now Kori is the name. Sahbi Kori. Talib. Fi Gam'it. Yes. It's not Jamia.
Gummy. Colloquial.
Why? It's not Jamia. The same word as Jamia.
Yeah, but
Egyptian. Colloquial.
like Gamal.
Now, we already learned that the Egyptian people, they pronounce Jim as Ga sound.
Yeah.
As hard G in game, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
So Jamia to Egyptians becomes Gamat. Gamat, yes. And number 3 is for Ain. Gamat.
So one question. So is for Egyptian is Gamet, right? For the Jamia. So how do we call Jamiat Azhar? Because that's an Egyptian.
Yeah, so there's a Gamet Azhar.
They
Oh,
call it Gamet.
so they will call it Gamet, but
Okay.
but we are using formal Arabic. And Jamiat Azhar is not found at this time.
Yeah,
And probably Egyptians, they adopted this gap sound very in later times. In the old times, they also, and they are learned people also, they pronounce Jim.
So why did they convert it?
You need to travel to Misr and ask them.
It totally changes the meaning. It's even worse than speaking in Urdu. Dua is
Actually, sister, what happens that if you go back little bit to the history of Arab countries, and same thing happened in South Asian, Indo subcontinent, that we were the colonies of English, British rule, French rule.
Yeah.
So because of the mixed and the combination of different, languages and cultures, it happened, it affected. Yes, brother Amjad, or do you want to say about that?
Nothing at all. Can I just go back a little bit about thaqafa?
Naam.
It means one more meaning,
Yes.
which means intellectual, or to learn something, to be,
Intellectual.
yeah,
Yes. More related to the scholarly side.
exactly.
Naam. Very good.
Thaqafa. Thaqafa.
Like cultured.
Cultured, yes. They call it Rajul Musaqqaf in Arabic. Rajul Musaqqaf. If a man who is very well behaved, well cultured, intellectual, that's called Rajul Musaqqaf. The person has the thaqafa. Yes. Civilized, you can say now. Nowadays, civilized person, yes. Jazakallah khair. Okay. So, you have this example. Now, this sentence, Sahibi Kori, now let me say it in formal Arabic, Fusha. Sahibi Kori Talib fi Jamiat Colorado. So, this is one example. Now, I would like to show you the formation of the sentence. That is my point. That Sahibi is from today's vocabulary. Then you can bring any name, right? Then Talib is also from today's vocabulary. Then Jamiat is also from vocabulary. Fi, the word fi, we already learned it. And then after the name of university, there are thousands of universities in America, right? Or throughout the world, you can take any name, pick any name. Maybe Fi Jamiat Texas, University of Texas, right? Okay. Yeah, male name. Kori is a male name, so that's why Talib. If a female will say about another female that my friend Fatima, for example, is a student at the university, well, how do you say? Taliba. So then you will say Sahibati Taliba fi Jamiat Texas.
Texas, Colorado,
California, New York, Jamiat New York, whatever.
So you never pronounce the Amarbuta except for that case?
Yes,
Jama.
yes,
Never.
yes. Like when you are stopping on the word Jamia, so then but in that relationship you have to pronounce the marbuta. So that, because it's a big indication that there is a idafa relation. Idafa. Okay? Okay, khair, inshallah. So, we are stopping here and then now we will practice of the, conversational Arabic. Okay. Or you want to learn these letters today?
Yeah, we can.
Now.
So when we actually go to this vocabulary, we focus on Misri and
Only formal Arabic.
today.
Al-Fusha.
So the last couple of weeks we have been focusing on Misri.
Misri. Actually, this CD that we are using here, it is Egyptian dialect. And what I want you, after listening this CD, you should be familiar to the colloquial dialect. If you remember, we discussed in the beginning of the class that if you just learn the formal Arabic, it will be very helpful for you for being a scholar, right? Educated person, and for understanding of the Quran, for reading the Quran and hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because they are all formal Arabic. But what is lacking over here, if you are listening to native Arab people, when they are speaking, you will not be able to pick up the words. So for that, we put this CD over here. Okay? Either we bring Syrian dialect or Egyptian dialect, so that you should be familiar simultaneously that how they are speaking. Because speaking is totally different from this formal Arabic. Okay? So inshallah, simultaneously you will be familiar with this dialect. But what I was thinking, that whatever sentence you will listen, and I will recommend to Brother Amjad also, that we should tell you in formal Arabic the same sentence. Okay? So learn in a formal Arabic, also listen to that, just to make your hearing familiar with the colloquial.
So you're saying Brother Amghat, right?
Yeah, in Egyptian, yes, it will be Amgad. هل عندك حبيب أو صديق مصري؟
Yes, I do. Right here.
So what do they say? How did they pronounce your name?
Actually, I like it to be pronounced the proper way.
Proper way.
So he does pronounce it the proper
Yes.
way.
Not Egyptian way, right?
Probably they are careful about pronouncing the names, but when it comes to general words, at that time they pronounce.
When I saw Jamal Abdul Nasser and I see Gamal, I was really surprised. But now I understand what.
Okay. Okay, now what is your word about continuation? Do we go for those letters, Dal, Dal, Raza today, or stop here? Stop. Khair inshallah. So take word. Tafaddal. Namaz 6:30 inshallah. اليوم صلاة العصر في الساعة السادسة والنصف. صلاة العصر اليوم الساعة السادسة 6 والنصف and half hour, that means 6:30.
Salasa is 6, right?
Sadis, I said sadis.
Sadis.
You learn today sitta.
Sitta.
But you will learn later that how to say 6 o'clock when you are saying the time. Yes.
You can just right click on play.
He said one is
One is being half. I know.
But you don't speaking Arabic.
Pimsleur's Egyptian Arabic. Listen to this Arabic conversation.
6:30 you'll say.
Go to the next track.
This is Unit 2 of Pimsleur's Egyptian Arabic 1. Listen to this conversation.
لا مؤاخذة يا أستاذ، أنت بتفهم عربي؟
شوية.
أنت أمريكي؟
أيوة. أنت بتفهم إنجليزي يا أنسة؟
لا يا أستاذ، أنا ما بفهمش إنجليزي.
Done that part. So
Listen again.
Go forward it.
Yeah.
لا مؤاخذة يا أستاذ، أنت بتفهم عربي؟
Right here.
How does she say that she understands English a little?
Okay.
أنا بفهم إنجليزي شوية.
Okay, opposite. Now the sentence is that a female wants to say, I know little English. How do you say in formal Arabic? I. Say I. Ana. Understand. Afham. Ana afham. English or Arabic? أنا أفهم العربي شوية. Now شوية is also colloquial word. The Fusha word will be قليل. قليلا.
She says, not very well.
مش كويس قوي.
She says, I don't understand.
أنا ما بفهمش.
Okay, pause it. Now, ana
ما.
ma bafhamsh, that was colloquial. Say it in Fusha. I don't understand.
أنا لا أفهم.
Ana la afham.
أنا ما بفهمش.
Colloquial is a little more
I don't
complicated.
understand very well.
أنا ما بفهمش كويس قوي.
Okay,
أنا ما
now
بفهمش
pause
كويس
it
أوي.
and say it in formal. I do not understand very well.
أنا لا أفهم قوي.
جيدا.
جيد.
جيدا.
أنا لا أفهم
أنا لا أفهم جيدا.
Jayyid.
جيد كون أستطيع.
And if you want to say very well, I do not understand very. If you want to add very, that will be jiddan. Ana la afham jayyid jiddan.
جيد جدا. It's an adjective.
Adjective, yes.
أنا لا أفهم جيد جدا.
Noun.
Say again that you understand Arabic a little.
أنا بفهم عربي شوية.
أنا بفهم.
أنا بفهم
أفهم عربي شوية. In proper Arabic.
شوية.
How do you say in proper Arabic?
عربي قليل.
Qalil.
قليل.
أنا أفهم. How do you say it? أنا أفهم.
Arabi
عربي.
qalilan.
قليلا.
But you can also say qalil. Maful bihi.
يا يا أنسة.
Okay.
يا أنسة.
Now, do you hear this word ya anisa? It's the first time.
Yeah, Anisa. Yes. We went through it last time. Yeah, Anisa means.
Oh, أنيسة.
Now say, yes, miss.
What is the anisa? Miss.
Same thing in proper
أيوة
Arabic.
يا أنسة.
Yeah, Anisa.
I understand Arabic.
أنا بفهم عربي.
أنا بفهم عربي.
So in colloquial you say ana bafham. In Fusha you say ana afham.
أنا أفهم.
See, the formal Arabic is very close to Urdu because faham means its accent
Understand.
is close to faham.
But bafham, the root of bafham is also faham.
Say, a little.
شوية.
Shwaya.
شوية.
قليل.
Or qalil.
Say, I understand Arabic a little.
أنا
أنا أفهم العربية قليل.
أنا بفهم عربي شوية.
أنا أفهم عربي قليل.
قليل. العربي.
قليل.
العربي.
Do you remember how to ask a man, are you American?
أنت أمريكي.
أنت أمريكي؟
أنت أمريكي؟
For a man, if you ask, are you American? Anta American. And you remember that we had in our vocabulary anta and anti. So remember, anta for male, anti for female.
أنت أمريكي.
Anti-Amerikiya. For a female. Amerikiya. Amerikiya. There is a ta marbuta, as Brother Imam said earlier. It's really gives the meaning of the female all the time. Yes.
أنت أمريكي؟
Okay, hold on here.
How would you
Now, formal you learn anta. In colloquial, inta. In the beginning, in
Egyptian, yes.
Egyptian. Yes, but kasra with hamza. In that sound, in, not an.
you say to him, yes, you're American.
نعم.
Naam. Or Aiwa. Ana. Ana Ameriki. If a male is saying Ana Ameriki, how do you say woman, I'm American? Amerikiya. You will add ta marbuta in the end.
In Egyptian it's different. أيوة.
أيوة أنت أمريكي. أيوة أنت أمريكي.
Here is how the Egyptians say hello or good morning. Just listen. Sabah al-khair. This literally means morning the good. First, the good. Listen and repeat. El-khair. Khair.
Okay, please pause it here. Now this is the same word as we say khair. And in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used this word also, khair. But in colloquial, khair. Khair, this pronunciation. The same word, khair. So literal meaning sabah al khair, morning is the good.
Morning is good.
Yes. Now.
Khair. El. El-khair. El-khair. Sabah al-khair. مش كويس قوي. شكرا يا أنسة.
What is the meaning of mish koyes avi?
You don't understand very well?
No.
I am good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not
Not
good.
very good. Mish is in Egyptian. It's a negative.
Mishk is love.
كويس is good.
Convert mish koyes avi into formal. I'm not.
أنا لا بخير.
أنا لست.
ليس.
ليس.
أنا لست.
لست بخير.
Oh, lastu is more appropriate because laisa has a conjugation. Laisa. We will learn it later, inshallah.
لست بخير.
It's a root.
Root, yes.
Do you have to say أنا لست or just لست?
Yeah, you can say lastu bi khair as well.
Not very much. Always mean good. Okay.
مع السلامة يا أستاذ.
مع السلامة يا أنسة.
Ladies.
What is the meaning of ma salama? Goodbye. At the time of leaving. Ma salama ya ustad. Ma salama. So you can say to your ustad at the time of leaving, ma salama. And the teacher also can say ma salama.
You have just had your first conversation in Arabic.
Okay. I think we should stop it here. Okay. Because we have Salatul Asr.
23 seconds until the end of the...
Oh, 23 seconds? Okay, 23 seconds.
In Arabic. And this is the end of Unit 2. By Simon & Schuster, Incorporated. Recording copyright 2006 by Simon & Schuster.
So in Quran when it says Wallahu khairul raziqin, so khair means what?
Allah is the best.
The best. Good is the best there. Right?
Yes. Okay, one more announcement I would like to make. If you just please stay back for one more minute. That whatever sentences we are hearing in this CD, keep writing them in your notebook. Just don't listen. Keep writing them in English and in Arabic also. If you cannot write in Arabic, the words Arabic, then use the transliteration. But keep writing so that we can build up on the same sentences, more sentences. Otherwise, we will listen, we will forget. We will listen, we will forget. And second announcement about our fundraiser for Masjid, inshallah. Everyone is aware of that? April 28, inshallah.
You need tickets? I got it.
Okay, Brother Tanveer has the tickets also. So anyone who would like to purchase these tickets, and
April 28th is
April
the date.
28th, inshallah, 7 p.m. at Embassy Suites, Frisco. And for Frisco people and surrounding Plano people, Brother Hassan he is gone? Oh, okay. Everyone is mandatory, inshallah, to come.
Yes.
Mandatory.
Okay. And one brother is called Azan.